So welcome to our 10 a.m. gentle flow this Sunday morning. My name is Leah and I'll be guiding you. Today we're using 2 blocks and a strap. That's really it. The point of practice is to feel good during and after. So make sure you take everything to your own degree and rest whenever you need to. We're going to begin on our backs today, so let's get started. If you have any questions during practice, just raise a hand or unmute yourself, and I will get to you. Coming down onto your back, it might feel nice to just have the feet planted firmly on the ground, allowing the knees to point up toward the sky. And you can place the hands on the body if that feels intuitive, or let them fall open by your sides, whatever feels right. Wherever you land, begin to draw your awareness into this present moment. Let's take a cleansing deep breath together in through the nose. And just sigh it out. Let the muscles relax as you exhale. Soften into the support of your mat. Another deep breath through the nose. This time consciously bringing breath into the belly, expanding the belly. You might bring hands to the belly. And then releasing it with the exhale, exhaling out the nose. And then finding a comfortable rhythm for your breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Bringing awareness to the breath throughout practice and using it as a guide to help communicate how you're doing. So if the breath becomes interrupted or shortened, or you notice you're holding your breath, that's usually a sign to gently back out of the posture and return to a full, deep inhale and a slow, complete exhale. And gently scan the body, drawing awareness to all the places that your body is coming in contact with the mat. Noticing just how we feel on this sunny Sunday morning. And then on the next inhale, let's take a nice long body stretch, reaching toes forward, fingers back behind us. You might flex and wiggle the fingers and toes, bringing some small movements into the extremities, and then maybe circling the ankles and wrists. From here, on an exhale, draw your knees toward your chest, give yourself a hug, and then let's rock side to side. Little massage for the spine. And then coming to stillness at center, send the left leg straight down the mat and flex the toes, so toes point toward the sky. And then we'll take the right knee and the right hand and make some wide circles or small circles with the right knee. Focusing again on the full breath through the nose. Let's switch directions, circling the other way. And then pausing at center, take your strap and we'll loop it around the ball of the foot and send the foot toward the sky. Flexing the foot here, really pressing the heel toward the sky and pulling against the strap with your hands. You can hold the strap in the right hand or both hands, whatever feels good. And from here, just consciously relax the spine, the jaw, the neck. You might gently tuck the chin that lengthens the cervical spine. Holding here, inhaling. And as you exhale, you might gently draw this leg closer to the body. Breathing here, inhaling. Exhaling, maybe you take it a little bit deeper, a millimeter. Fine to have it bend in the knee. We're just stretching into the hamstring. Another deep breath wherever you are. And then as you exhale, come back to that leg perpendicular to the earth. Take the strap in the left hand. The right hand comes to right hip. Deep inhale here. And as you exhale, take that leg across the body to the left. So we're coming into a spinal twist. You can roll onto the left hip and support the leg by landing your elbow on the ground. You also can stack blocks under the foot. If this is too intense, then simply bend the knee, release the strap, and hold a bent leg across the body. Shoulders should be planted firmly on the mat, and you can extend the right arm to the right side. You might let your head fall to the right, bringing the twist up into the cervical spine. Deep breath in, and let it go. And then we'll inhale, slowly drawing this leg back to vertical. Release the strap here, keep it nearby. And we'll extend the arms overhead. As you exhale, reach up for those toes. Inhale, extending back. Exhale, reach for the toes. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, toes. Last one, inhaling. And exhale, toes. And then we'll bend that knee, draw it toward the chest. You can reach for the outer edge of the foot if that's accessible to you. And then draw the foot up toward the sky, gently pressing the leg toward the body so the right knee will come toward the outside right ribs. This is half happy baby. And if you have any sensitivity in the low back, bending the left leg and planting the left foot can help. Deep breath in. Relaxing shoulders, relaxing the neck. And then let's release the foot, drop both knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. And then we'll extend right leg long, toes flexed. Taking the left knee in the left hand, and we'll begin to make circles with the left knee. Full deep breaths, changing direction of the circles. And then pausing at center, finding your strap, looping it around the ball of the foot. Left foot extends toward the sky, heel presses toward the sky. Strap is taut between either both hands or your left, whatever's comfortable here. Breathing here, pressing the spine firmly into the mat, relaxing shoulders. On an exhale, you might draw the strap gently closer to the body, so flexing the hip, getting the leg closer to the body, stretching into that left hamstring, those left hamstrings. Deep breath here. And as you exhale, maybe taking the leg a little closer, being gentle and kind. And then slowly setting that leg back vertical to the ground, perpendicular to the ground. Inhaling here. Left hand comes to left hip, and we're going to cross the leg across the body, coming into the twist. So strap is in the right hand. You can land the land your elbow on the mat to support the leg. You're rolling onto the right side of the right hip. Shoulders are planted firmly against the mat. You're welcome to support the leg with blocks if that helps. And if the extended leg is too intense, simply release the strap and bend the knee. Left arm can extend long and your gaze might turn to the left. Deep breath into the belly. Slow exhale. Another breath here. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, roll back onto the back, drawing the leg toward the sky. Release the strap, set it nearby. We'll extend the arms overhead, flexing into both feet. Inhale, and as you exhale, reach for the left toes. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach. Extend and reach. Extend and reach. And release back down. Let's bend the knee and reach for the outer edge of the left foot, drawing it toward the sky. Right hand might come to the right hip. Half happy baby. Again, if you have any tension in the low back, bending this right foot and planting it, that right knee and planting it, the foot on the mat can help. Deep breath in wherever you are. Slow breath out. And let's all of us bend the right knee, first planting the right foot, and then drawing right knee in and reaching for the right foot so we come into full happy baby. So we're clasping outer edges of both feet. The knees are outside the ribs, and we can rock side to side if that feels good. And then we'll pause at center, drawing knees together, relaxing the shoulders. Let's circle out the ankles, preparing to bear weight on the feet. And then we'll roll back and forward 3 times, coming to land on our tailbone, balancing in boat pose. So inhaling back, exhale forward, back and forward, following your own breath. Landing in a balance, toes can be down or legs parallel to the mat. The important thing here is the core is engaged and the shoulders are on the back. Yeah, that looks great. You can support yourself by tenting fingertips behind you. You want the heart lifting, the gaze might lift. And if you want more of a challenge, the arms extend. Breathing here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the feet down, extend them out straight. We'll sit up nice and tall. This is staff pose. Let's inhale, reaching out and up to the sides, finding some spinal extension. And hinge at the hips as you come forward, dropping the hands when you reach your edge. And then see if you can keep a flat back. So take the rounding out of the back. Yes. And actually, this is a great place for the strap. So find your strap and then loop that around the balls of the feet. And then sit up nice and tall. And that's a great way to get a little more extension here. So by keeping a flat back in this posture, Paschimottanasana, it's a forward fold, we bring the stretch into the hamstrings. Deep breath in and let it go. Another deep breath here. And this time as you exhale, allow yourself to round forward, tuck the chin, folding, sending the heart toward the knees. And feel just how that changes the sensation of the stretch. Slow, deep inhale. And a slow, complete exhale. And then we'll return to that flat back on an inhale. And then come all the way up to sit. Great. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall wide. This is Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. You can support the knees with blocks if you're feeling super tight. Reaching for the feet if that's accessible, or again, you could use your strap around the feet. Gently tuck the chin here to get some spinal extension. Breathing here, and then let's let the right ear fall toward the right shoulder. Deep breath in. As you exhale, draw the chin to the chest. Inhaling here. As you exhale, the left ear moves toward the left shoulder. Inhaling and moving back through center. Chin is tucked. Inhaling and exhaling, right ear to the right shoulder. And then let's come up to center, lift the chin toward the sky, and we'll make big circles with the chin. 3 in one direction. And then 3 in the other. From here, deep inhale. As you exhale, maybe you can fold a little forward. You can press the elbows into the knees to help. Deep breath in. Maybe you go a little deeper on the exhale. The gaze is down, lengthening the neck. One more breath. And we'll come back to vertical. Nice. From there, let's just gently cross the legs, coming into a easy seat, whatever that is for you. Maybe staying in bound angle is good. And we'll inhale, reaching out to the sky, out and up to the sky, lifting the gaze and lifting out of the hips. As you exhale, drop the right hand, reach over to the right, coming into a side body stretch. As you inhale, press with the right hand into the mat, lengthen the side body. Maybe your gaze comes up toward the sky, or if that's uncomfortable on your neck, you can look down toward the right hand. On the next inhale, we'll come up to center, lifting and lengthening. Exhale, dropping left hand, reaching over with the right. Pressing into the mat to find more length in the right side body. Gaze can be high or low. Inhale, coming to center, lifting. As you exhale, open the arms and twist to the right. You can drop the fingers and tent them on the mat. The hips are still pointing forward, so the twist originates around the navel. Inhaling here, and let that go. And the next inhale, we'll come back to center, lifting the arms high. Exhale, slowly rotate the other way, extending and dropping the hands, tented fingers. Deep breath in, and let it go. Let's inhale, coming back to center, and then we'll roll over our legs, coming up to tabletop. Hips are stacked over the knees, shoulders over wrists. If you have any wrist sensitivity, you can come up onto fists here. As you inhale, let's round the back, tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone, and press all 10 toe nails into the mat. And then as you exhale, draw the heart forward, cow pose. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Move at your own pace. Do about 3 or 4 more. And when you're ready, pause at center, and let's just take big hip circles here. So as you exhale, push the hips to the right and back. Inhale, left and forward. About 2 big circles in one direction, and then switch directions. And then when you get back to center, let's separate the sits bones. So you're in tabletop. Engage the core so the spine is long. And then think about separating the two places where the hips meet the pelvis. So you're kind of sticking your butt out. And then let's press that back, lengthening the arms forward and slowly drop the head to the mat. Forehead touches. Child's pose. You can set the knees wide and let the toes touch. I like this version because I can expand the belly on my inhales better, but you find what feels good to you. This is our resting pose, so at any time during practice, return to this posture. When you need a break, or you just need to get back to your breath. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, I invite you to do that now. And then when you're ready on an inhale, let's press ourselves back up to that tabletop position. And then step the hands about 1 step forward, and we'll come forward so the shoulders are over the wrists. This is modified plank. So plank pose, the body should feel like a plank. The core is engaged, even the glutes can be engaged, and the spine is in one long line, so the gaze is low. From here, we'll inhale, and then deeply bend the arms, slowly lowering the body all the way to the mat. Forehead touches, extend the feet back, and then scoot the hands back toward the ribs. Roll your shoulders toward one another, and then as we inhale, we'll lift head, neck, shoulders. This is low cobra. Exhale, slowly release. Let's set the hands wide off the mat at shoulder height, and inhale again, lifting head, neck, shoulders for a wide low cobra, pressing hips and pelvis into the mat, feet, all 10 toenails into the mat, and then exhale, release. Hands come under the shoulders, inhaling here. As we exhale, press yourself back to that child's pose, and then tuck the toes, lifting the hips for downward facing dog. So the feet should be hips distance apart. You should not be able to see the heels. The hands are shoulder distance apart, which is often closer than you think. And then the middle finger should point straight to the top of the mat. Press into all parts of the hands, and it's fine to bend the knees here. Lifting the hips energetically away from the mat. On an inhale, let's lift our heels high. Exhale, deeply bend into the knees. Inhale, press the mat away with your hands, finding length in the spine. And see if you can energetically press the mat, press the hands away from each other. So your shoulders should kind of turn on. And then we'll lower the heels down and breathe. Let's look toward the top of the mat and take little steps to get to the top. Feet are hips distance, and we'll deeply bend, clasping opposite elbows here. Let the torso be heavy, and breathe. You can shake the head no and yes. Ragdoll pose. As you're ready, we'll release the arms, press into the feet, and slowly roll up, consciously stacking one vertebrae over the other. The head is the last thing to rise. Shoulders roll back and the palms spin forward. So this is our mountain pose. And in mountain pose, your tailbone should be gently tucked, so you're countering that natural arch of the spine, and that turns on the core muscles. From here, let's bring hands to the heart. Samastihi. Inhaling. Let's reach to the sky, finding some length. Lifting the gaze, pressing into the ground, and then plug the shoulders back into the shoulder girdle. So often when we reach up, our shoulders come toward the ears, plug them back in. Excellent. From there, we'll swan dive on an exhale, flat back, folding forward, Uttanasana. From here, we inhale, lengthening, lifting halfway, and then drop down on your exhale. On the inhale, the right foot steps back, the right knee drops down, and we untuck the toes. We'll press into the feet and shin and rise up for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. The arms can be high here, or you can keep them at the hips, reminding yourself that the hips point forward. If you've got hands low, you can roll the shoulders back, getting some opening across the chest. Stay here for 4 breaths. When you're ready, we'll inhale, lengthening to the sky, and then reach the hands forward and down. We pick up the left foot and send the knee back to meet the other. And then we're going to move through that modified vinyasa again. So here we're in modified plank. So I bring my butt down so it's in line with the spine for modified plank. Lowering all the way to the belly. Plugging in the toenails, reaching feet back. Rolling shoulders together as I inhale, low cobra, exhale, through child's pose, and then tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward facing dog. You might notice if it's starting to feel different in down dog. You can bend into one foot and the other. Deep breath in and let it go. On the next inhale, we'll lift the right leg, reaching it toward the sky. Toe can be pointed or flexed. You find what feels good. The important thing is that the toes are that the hip is rotated so that if you flex, your toes point down. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to bring this right foot forward between the hands. Drop the left knee back, untuck toes, pressing into the feet and rising up to Anjaneyasana on the other side. Again, making sure to plug the shoulders into the back if you have the arms raised. If you choose hands on hips, you can roll the shoulders back toward one another. Gaze can be forward or head might slightly lift, whatever feels better on the neck. 3 more deep breaths. When you're ready, we'll inhale, reach into the sky, and then reaching down to the mat, tucking the back toes. This time we're going to step the back foot up to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift, reaching the tailbone back and the crown of head forward, finding length in the spine. As you exhale, fold deeply. You can take the fingers what are these? The peace fingers, the grabby fingers around your big toes. Inhale against this bind to flat back. And then exhale, fold deeply, pulling against the bind to draw the torso toward the legs. Find the bend that's good for you in your knees. Depends on how tight the hamstrings are this morning. Be kind to your body. And then let's release the bind as we inhale, bend the knees, and we'll rise with a flat back, coming up to our extended mountain. And then exhaling, hands to the heart. So we'll do that another time, a little bit more quickly this time. Let's inhale, reaching the arms out and up, extending toward the sky. Exhale, swan dive fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. On the inhale, step the left foot back, dropping the knee down and rising up, Anjaneyasana. This time, let's take hands to the heart, inhaling here. As you exhale, twist to the right. Stay for 3 breaths. Looks great. And then we'll inhale, coming to center, reaching up before we reach for the mat. Stepping right, knee back to meet the left, and moving through our modified vinyasa. So first making that strong plank, and then exhaling all the way down. Inhale, lifting head, neck, shoulders, and exhaling, hips back, tucking toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Breathing here, pressing into the feet and hands, lifting hips away from the earth. On the inhale, the left leg lifts toward the sky. Check by flexing the toes that the toes point down, so you got the right hip rotation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands, dropping right knee down, untuck toes, rising Anjaneyasana. And then on an exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhaling here. As we exhale, twist to the left. Stay for a few breaths. And then we'll come back to center, reach the arms high, extend them down and toward the mat. We'll tuck the back toes and step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Yes, yeah. And exhale, fold. This time, we'll bring the palms face up under the feet. Again, the bend in the knees is fine. Asta Pada. Asta, why can't I ever? I don't know why I can't remember the name. I really want to. Hand to foot, basically, is the name of this pose. Working on my Sanskrit. So let's inhale against the bind, seeing if you can come up toward a flat back. It's fine to keep the knees bent. And then as you exhale, draw the head toward the knees, folding more deeply. And then we'll release the hands. I'm still trying to think of the name. And then press into your feet. This time, let's roll ourselves back up to stand. Yes. From here, let's take a deep breath in, reaching out and up to the sky. As you exhale, we'll reach the left arm over to the right for a side body stretch. You might clasp the left wrist with the right fingers, looking up toward the sky. Inhale, coming to center. And we'll take it to the other side. Inhale to center. As you exhale, twist to the right, opening the arms wide, pressing the walls away. Deep breath in here. As you exhale, maybe you can twist a little deeper. Inhale, coming to center, arms rise. Exhale, twisting left. Hands press the walls away, arms extend. Hips stay pointing forward. Yes, you got it. And then we'll inhale, coming to center. As you exhale, bring hands to the heart, and we're going to sit in chair pose, Utkatasana. You can keep the feet at hips distance or bring them together. The important thing is that the knees and hips stay aligned. You should not feel any pain in the low back. Let's take the arch out of the low back. The gaze is down toward the mat. Inhaling here. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, let's fold forward. On the inhale, we'll step the right foot back. And this time, drop the right heel. The heels of the left and right foot align. We're going to press into the left foot as we rise into warrior two. So you might need to scooch your feet around to find what's comfortable. I like to have the left heel either aligned with the right heel or the arch of the right foot. Deep bends in the left leg. If you look down at your left knee, the knee should be aligned to the middle toes. And then we have shoulders over the hips. Arms are extended at shoulder height, and the gaze is over the left. Middle finger. Deep breath in. And let it go. On the next inhale, let's reach the left arm up, dropping the right arm back. Reverse warrior. And then as we exhale, reach forward, and you can either take your block to the inside of your leg, or if you don't have a block, just bend the arm and support it on the leg. The right arm is going to swing forward, coming into yes. And then let's make some shoulder circles, just lubricating that joint, rotating the arm if that feels good. And you might, Amy, are you using a block? Yeah, put it on the higher setting and see if you can open the shoulders so that the right shoulder stacks over the left. Yes, yes, you got it. Great. From here, we'll press into both legs, rising up to our warrior two. Straighten into that left leg. Let's pivot the toes forward so that toes face the wide edge of the mat. We'll release the arms behind us, hands to the hips. Lift the heart, gazing forward. Soft bend in the knees. As you exhale, let's hinge at the hips coming forward. You can take the block with you and land with hands below the shoulders with a flat back. So the feet are parallel, the outer edges of feet parallel to outer edges of mat. Deep breath in and a slow breath out. You might release down. Relaxing here, hands can come down to the mat if that's comfortable. And then on an inhale, we'll return to that flat back. Pivot everything to face the front of the mat. And we'll bend into the left leg, plant the hands, step the left foot back, and take a vinyasa. You can drop to the knees to take the modified version or keep the knees lifted. This is full plank. And then we bend the arms, chaturanga coming halfway down, then scooping heart forward, rolling shoulders back, knees lift, all 10 toenails plugged to the mat, upward facing dog, and then hips rise first, rolling over feet, downward facing dog. Slow, deep inhale, and a slow, complete exhale. On the inhale, the right leg rises, and we'll step it through, spinning the back foot so that the heel lands aligned with the right heel. And then we'll open up warrior two on the right side. So again, deep bend in the right foot, knee tracks over the middle toes. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Arms extend. Breathing here. This is a great hip opener. On the next inhale, lift the right arm to the sky, left arm drops back. We get a side body stretch, reverse warrior. And then we'll return to warrior two, reaching the right arm forward, finding the block if you used it on the other side, planting it in front of the left ankle. And then we'll extend the left arm forward, sweeping it overhead for side angle pose. So don't be shy about using your supports to give you some height here. Breathing. Yeah. And then we can circle that arm. On the next inhale, returning to warrior two, straightening into the right leg, pivoting toes to point forward. We'll drop the hands back this time. And if it's available, you can interlace hands, or you might even take your strap, holding the strap behind you if your shoulders are tight. Wherever you are, inhale, lifting the heart, exhale, folding forward. If you have a bind of interlaced fingers or using the rope strap, you might see if you can lift the arms overhead as you fold. Excellent. Breathing here. And then release any bind. Let the hands come to the mat. Relax the head. You might shake it side to side. On the inhale, let's press up to a flat back. And as you exhale, bend into the right leg and pivot everything to face the top of the mat. We'll plant the feet here and plant the hands. Let's step the right foot back to meet the left. Drop the knees or keep them lifted, and we'll move through vinyasa. Inhale in plank. Exhale, lowering down, chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale, lifting the heart, low cobra or up dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Let's drop to the knees. Bring toes together, letting the head come down to the mat, child's pose. Inhaling here and exhaling it out. You can stay right here, or you might take a side body stretch Walking hands off the mat to the right, left palm over the right hand, sinking the left hip back as you reach forward with the left hand. And then inhale, walking hands through center, and then off the mat to the left, right hand over left, pressing the right hip back as you reach the right fingers forward. And then let's walk the hands forward, come up into our tabletop, go to that supported, that modified plank, and we're going to lower all the way down. Reach the feet back, slide the arms forward so the elbows are under shoulders. Your chest will be lifted. And from here, we'll shine the heart forward, head forward. This is Sphinx. Pressing the hips into the mat and all 10 toenails into the mat. Inhale. And let's exhale. Hands come to the center. The elbows go wide. Head rests on a hand pillow. And then we'll drop the forehead to the mat. Reach the arms behind you. The palms are face down by the hips. We're coming into our back bends and we're going to do locust pose. So as we inhale, lift head, neck, shoulders. And then as you're breathing here, see if you can lift the hands. Rolling shoulders back toward one another. If you have all of that and it feels okay, you can try lifting the feet as well. Hips are pressing into the mat. Gaze is ahead of you. We'll breathe for 4, for 3, 2, and 1, lowering all the way down. Let's bring hands under head. You might roll the head a little side to side if that feels good. We'll do one more like that. You can go less deep by taking Sphinx pose, or you can try a deeper version of the back bend, which would be bow pose. So we'll reach the palms back. They start off at the mat. From here, you lift head, neck, shoulders, and hands. Then lift the feet. And if all of that is easy, you might interlace hands. If that's easy too, you can bend the knees, reach for the ankles, press ankles into hands. This is bow pose. Only go to the degree that's comfortable. The neck should stay long, so your gaze can be either ahead or down toward the mat. 3 more breaths. And then we'll gently release. Bring the hands under the head. Feet can lift and windshield wiper the feet side to side, beginning to release the low back. And then we'll drop the feet back. From here, take the right toes and turn them out. And then see if you can bend the right leg for a hip opener. So the right leg, the right knee is bent at whatever degree feels safe. Toes are turned out, the belly is still down. So this is kind of a passive hip opener where we're using gravity to press the hips open. Deep breaths. Sending love and gratitude to our hips, to our spine, to all of our bones for supporting us. And to the muscles for allowing us to move. Let's release that leg back by extending it down the length of the mat. And then we'll turn the left toes out, letting the heel fall forward and bending that left leg, bringing the knee up toward the left hip. The head is flat, the torso is supported, letting gravity begin to open the hips. And then we'll extend that leg back. Hands come under the shoulders. Let's press ourselves all the way back and sit onto our heels in hero pose. Gently tucking the chin, you might close the eyes. And then from here, we'll inhale. As you exhale, twist to the right. The left hand can reach for the outer knee, outer right knee. Inhale, coming to center. And exhale, we'll twist the other way. Inhale, coming back to center. Let's sit onto the hips. We're going to extend the left leg long and bend the right knee in. We'll take another twist here. Inhaling, and as you exhale, wrap the arm around the right knee, twisting to the right. We'll inhale, coming back to center. The right knee, here are two options for this hip opener, Janushirshasana. Your knee can fall flat, right foot is against the left leg, or you can try crossing the ankle over the thigh. Wherever you are, we'll sit up nice and tall, reach for the sky, and then hinge at the hips, reaching toward that extended left leg. If you have the crossed ankle, keep this right foot flexed. Breathing here. Trying to relax the shoulders, the neck and jaw. And then let's inhale, coming up with a flat back. We'll bend the left leg, drawing it in toward the body, and extend the right leg straight. Taking a twist toward the left, tenting the left fingers behind you to lengthen the spine. Coming back forward, you can let the left knee fall open, left foot against the inner right thigh, or try that cross. My left hip is always way tighter than the other, so this is just looks so different from one side to the other. Wherever you are, sit up nice and tall, reach for the sky, and then exhale, hinging at the hips, folding, making sure to keep that left foot flexed. This is not happening for me today, so I'm going to the foot on the mat version. Wherever you are, soften into this fold. letting the head be heavy, releasing the jaw, the neck and shoulders. And then we'll slowly rise, coming back to center, bending both legs, planting them on the mat. We'll lower ourselves down onto our backs. We'll take a gentle inversion today, simply extending the legs toward the sky. You might cactus the arms or make a T, feeling some opening across the heart. Ankles and knees are stacked over the hips. Deep breath into the belly, expanding the belly as you inhale, and then sigh it out. Let's take about 4 more deep breaths here. Feeling the spine getting heavy. Relaxing the muscles of the back, the shoulders and arms. And when you're ready, gently bending the knees, setting the feet down. And then we're preparing for Shavasana. If you'd like a hip opening version, you can take your 2 blocks, bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees open to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana, using the blocks under the knees or thighs so that you're supported in this hip opener. Wherever you are, find a comfortable place for your hands. You might place a cloth or eye pillow over the eyes. Slowing down the breath. Coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. If you notice your mind begin to wander, just guide it back to the breath. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. This is your practice in your home. If you're ready to bring practice to a close, then reach toward the knees if you have them open and guide them closed toward the center of the mat, removing any props. You can gently bring the knees in toward the chest, giving yourself a hug. And then slowly roll onto the right side, keeping the eyes closed. Pausing here. Noticing how you feel in this moment. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. The eyes can stay closed. Sitting up tall with the hands in your lap. Let's take a deep breath in together through the nose, expanding the belly. And sigh it out. We can bring our hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra, gently bowing the chin. If you'd like to set an intention for the rest of your day or week, you're welcome to do that now. We can express gratitude for this practice, for the opportunity to be together and share our practice. And sending some gratitude to the people and systems that have allowed us to do this today. So with our intentions in mind and hearts full of gratitude, I thank you for sharing practice.